see. Hey y'all, come on in. Let me make sure my volume is down on my TV. Make sure everybody can hear me well. Yeah. Y'all come in, just share the live. Hey y'all, just come on in. I'm looking for my house, y'all. When y'all come in, just begin to share. Oh, there they go. I have them. When you come in, just begin to share the broadcast. And let me go to my comments section. Hey everybody, how's everybody's day going? It's raining. It's raining where we're at. It's not cold, it's just raining. Hey everybody that's coming in the chat. Do me a favor. Go on and hit that like button. Go on and share. Come on now, show you girls some love. Hit that like button. Hit it. Share. And we're going to get into it. Y'all see my title? Y'all see my title, right? This is personal. My life. This is personal. Right? My life. So today I'm going to share with y'all one of the reasons why I'm going so hard. One of the reasons that I dig into females like I do, especially females with lower caliber, especially with females that going around lying, going around being messy, can't take accountability, females that don't mind setting their men up for failure. This is personal. Come on, y'all, hit that like button, that share button. Let's get people on in here. This is a personal live, right? I'm making it public, but I'm gonna tell y'all the reason why. Because everybody say this saga's over. Stop talking about it. Move on to something else. I get it, right? But when you got females out here that's steady, every day making it personal to drag an innocent man, making it personal that they ain't gonna stop, right? When we got females that's out here degrading, when we got females that's out here that don't mind tearing up somebody's reputation, tearing up somebody's career, just because they upset, just because they can't get their way, just because, the man didn't show them any attention, especially the attention that they were seeking for, right? Or seeking after. It's personal for me. It's my life. This is one of the things that I have talked about now for 5 years. You're probably saying, what? Yeah. Because 5 years ago, December the 29th, my son was murdered, right? He was sitting in his car, minding his business. And a gang of guys came in and shot him in the head and killed him. I made it a vow, right? I made it a vow because they have not yet, after 5 years, they have not yet tracked the people or the person that took his life, right? So I made it a vow that I will continue to keep his legacy alive by talking about just what happened to him, how he was set up by a female. Females of a low caliber. Females that don't want to take accountability. Females that's messy. Females that don't mind setting their mate or their significant other up, all in the name of love. So this is personal to me. The saga is over, but yet what I see is the same females that I have dealt with 5 years ago, right? That my son is no longer here because of the fact. Let's get in here. Let's talk about this. This is personal. This is my life. I never forget December 29th when I got the call that my son had got shot. And I couldn't think of nobody in the world that would want to do this to my son, because he was an outgoing kid. He wasn't a kid that was in gangs. He was a kid that went to work, or a young man, went to work, came home, did his fatherly duties, did his husband duties to his wife. He spoiled her. He brought her anything that she could ever think of, right? But she wasn't satisfied with that. You have females, right, of a low caliber. Again, this is what we're talking about, my life. We have females of low caliber, just ain't satisfied with the life that they have, just ain't satisfied, right? They got to continue to stir in this and stir in that. His wife ended up getting into a fight with a female. And after she got in the fight, the female's brother called her a bitch, right? Called her a bitch. And she went back home and she was like, she told her husband that this guy did this and called her that. And she wanted him to go handle that. My son was on the back end, was like, man, just forget about that. Words can't hurt you. We're not even going to stoop to that level that they want us to stoop to. She wasn't satisfied with what he said. For 7 whole days, she kept on. You know, you a pussy, you a wimp, you this. This is why you know, people gonna run over you. You too soft. And he remind me so much. He remind me so much of RH, because we have seen countless of videos of the wife, right? The ex-wife, allegedly, that would punk him around, slap him, hit him side the head. And he was the type of person, we saw it. Didn't retaliate. He was like, go on, girl. Move, girl. Go on now. So my son reminded me so much of him, right? She kept at him. You're not going to do nothing about it. He called me a bitch. If that was so-and-so that I used to talk to, he would go handle it. You know, bringing up stuff like that. And he would call me and tell me the things that she would say and have, you know, will say to him. And I will always encourage him, son, don't listen to her. Don't get yourself in no trouble. You know, I didn't raise you that way. You know, go to the police. Let them handle that. Don't go and get yourself in no trouble. Right? I thank God that RH was just that smart to go to the authorities, to go to the police, because there were so many times, right, that we saw here on Facebook how they would taunt this man with his daughter, the wife and her lover. They would get on here and they would taunt this man with his daughter. That could have raised, and we seen on Humpty Dumpty Live where he said, do you know how much energy it took for me not to go and handle that, right? But he thought about it. See, sometimes you have to think things through. Even though people were pushing your head, even though people would display certain things that would trigger you to try to get you out there, right? And after they get you out there and you take somebody's life, then you're in prison. You're in prison, still cannot see your daughter, unable to see your children, unable to see your grandchild that just been birthed. So I thank God that Robert had a strong mind. It takes a strong mind to handle certain situations that this man was in. It took a strong mind, right? It took discipline. Am I saying that word right? It took that for him to be able to maintain. We saw the blow up on Joffrey's live where he was saying, do you not know how much it took me not to go and retaliate? Right? I can imagine he had people in his ear like, don't do that, man. Don't do that. I see what they're doing. But my son, even though he came to me and I would tell him, I said, listen, don't do that. Let the police handle that. That's their job, right? Because you don't want to get yourself in trouble. You're a hardworking man. You your wife just gave birth to a beautiful son. He had always wanted children. So here he is, finally got a child, right? And I'm telling him, son, don't handle it this way. Handle it another way. Because we have got to learn, as Black people, we have got to learn not to just jump out there, right? Because that's what people expect us to do. We're so used to going out there using these fists, right, to handle our problems. Instead of us using our minds and thinking about it. Some of us need coping skills, right? Some of us need to go and sit in time out, right? Because we got females that's sitting over there that need time out. Somebody need to put them in a corner and say, it ain't time for you to come out that corner. You sit right on over there because you still say you're hurt. You're still going through your trauma. Sit over in the corner, right? So my son, by her steady in his ear every day, go handle that. You a pussy, you a wimp. All the things that she can think of to trigger him, to make him move, to make him go and handle the business. Anything that she could say, the hit below the belt, she was doing that, right? So he went over there and talked with the young man. He said, listen, don't call my wife this, because my wife is not that, right? The guy blew up in my son's face and said, what you want to do? My son said, hey, I didn't come to fight. I just came to try to talk and to tell you, listen, I'm a family man, right? I'm a family man. I got children over here. I got to live in this trailer park, right? We all got to live here. We need to learn how to get along. That's his message was to the young man, right? Sometimes people don't want you to take the low road. They want you to fight and retaliate. But that was not in my son. He just went to go handle it, but he handled it a different way, right? They broke in his house, stole all his kids' Christmas. You can look down the street, some of the kids that was down the road, they gave the Christmas gifts to. Hey, Hercules. Hercules in the house. I miss you. Hey, Hercules. So they gave all the kids Christmas where they stole out of my son's house to the kids down the road. He had to see all of that, right? He had to turn around and buy more Christmas gifts for his children. And he did that. He didn't even go down there and retaliate. Looking at his kids' Christmas, somebody else riding their bicycles, somebody else riding their skateboards. He didn't even go down there and retaliate. She won't satisfy with that. She was like, you need to go handle it. They stole our kids' stuff. I told y'all this is personal because we have females out here that's running around with low calibers, right? They running around here need to be sitting in time out because nobody really taught them nothing, right? They don't see, once you do something, your actions, right? Once you put it out there in the universe, you can't take it back. It is what it is after that, right? So she was like, they riding our kids. He said, I'll buy some more. This is the way he was. I'll buy some more. And he did. He brought Christmas back to his kids. I end up giving him money so he can make sure that they had a beautiful Christmas, even though those people stole the gifts, right? After Christmas, my son came to my house and he was like, Mom, he's like, I think I'm going to move out this trailer park because, every day is something. Every day they're shooting at our trailer. I said, son, if they're shooting down that way, why don't you bring your family to my house? I'd rather have you here. That way you'll be safe. Your family be safe. So come on, move into my house until you can do better. No problem. He was like, Mom, he said, I can't move in with you. I'm a man. He said, if it was just me, I will move back. I want to watch it. It was awesome. All right, Hercules. And he said, Mom, I'm a man. He said, if it was just me, I will move back. He said, but I got a wife now and I got a son. So I'm a man. I'm not going to run back to your house. I said, son, it's not that I'm not taking away your manhood. You're just staying here for a while till you can do better and get another house. I just want you guys out of the trailer park. That was my main thing. Come out of the trailer park. So I talked with him Christmas Day concerning that. That's what our talk was after eating dinner, and everybody was over. We had different ones over, my neighbors, everybody. But I pulled him to the side because I wanted to let him know this is where I want you at. I see what's going on. Sometimes, if you can't handle people by talking to them, nicely and trying to correct the situation in a nicely manner, sometimes you have to leave it. Because Black people in this world, some people are not, living the life that he was living. The man, not bragging on my son. Well, I can't brag on him because he was mine, right? The man had just got a supervisor position, making good money. These gang members didn't even have a job, right? That's all they did was steal, rob, and kill. That was their motive. But my son ended up being amongst all of that and still moving up in the world, right? Then you got, again, the wife over here putting on Facebook, look what my husband, just bragging. We got this, we got that. Look what my husband got. He just brought me a brand new car, blah, blah, this and blah, blah, that. That was her status. Hey, blessings, brown girl. That was her status. She will put different things on Facebook. That's what I was saying. When we see Gene Bean putting all this stuff on Facebook, putting all this money on Facebook, you got to be careful because everybody don't have what you have. You don't know who that's going to come and try to steal or rob because they see what you're putting on Facebook, right? That's why this thing is personal. Hey, hey, sweetie. Hey, Diva. You're back. Diva, back to you. That's why it's so important, right? That we as Black people have got to learn, right? That just because you're living this life, you don't got to go around and brag about it, right? Because everybody don't have the same thing you have. This thing is personal to me. This is why I took on this story. And I thank God that Amber, I ended up being on her live one day. I was on her live one day. She said, hey, we need some more content creators. And I was like, yeah, put me in, coach. Put me in. She didn't know I was doing it already on Facebook and had lost all my monetization, right? I said, put me in. She's like, y'all go follow her. Y'all go follow. I thank you, Amber, for that. So I wanted to give, props up to Amber. Thank you, Amber. So this is why it's personal to me. My son, I talked to him that Christmas Day, and I pleaded with him. Just leave the trailer park, son. Come stay with your mama. You and your wife, you and church. Listen, y'all, come on. I got enough room, right? And I'm not even gonna brag on where I stay, even though it's a nice community. I said, come and stay here for a while. I don't care how long you stay. I'm not gonna charge you nothing. Just come. My thing is, I pleaded my case. I pleaded my case with him. December the 29th, my son was sitting in his car. I never forget, it was 7:00 p.m. When I got the call, your son just got shot. So me and my mind was thinking, okay, yeah, he probably got shot in the leg and arm. I got in my car and I was heading down to the hospital because I said, well, they probably got him already at the hospital. So I'm just going to ride on to the hospital. On my way going to the hospital, right? I never forget that. I saw my son's shadow sitting in my car on the passenger side. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, please, God, don't tell me that he's passed. I saw his shadow sitting right in my car. I said, God, please don't tell me he's passed, right? So I get to the hospital. When I get to the hospital, they telling me he's not here. We don't have him. We don't have a Dennis Smith, right? And I'm like, well, why? Well, what hospital they got him at? I'm calling the wife. I'm not getting the answer there. I'm calling my daughter. I'm not getting the answer there. So I called back the number that have called me. And I was like, well, what hospital are they taking him? Because I'm at the hospital and he's not here. And they said, no, you need to come to the trailer park. So I'm like, why am I coming to the trailer park? I said, listen, no disrespect. Tell me what hospital. I'm not going to the trailer park. Why do I have to go to the trailer park? And that was like, well, who's riding with you? I said, I'm driving by myself. So what? What's the deal? So they was like, just come to the trailer park. And I'm like, okay, I'm on my way to the trailer park. And I gets there. Now I see all these cars just lining up everywhere on both sides of the roads. I see a bunch of police cars. I'm like, well, what in the world? I get out of my car and I'm asking them, what hospital did they take my son? And they was like, well, he passed, he's dead. And I'm like, y'all gotta be joking. So this is why it's personal. Her mouth, the wife mouth. Just because somebody called her bitch, right? Just because they stole the Christmas, she kept saying, you're gonna go down there and handle that. You're gonna go down there and handle. You're a pussy, you a wimp. So him trying to please his wife, right? Him trying to please his wife because she was nagging him night and day. He would call me on the phone. Mom, she's saying this, she's saying that. And he's not the type of person that's going to go to toe with her. I will always step in, listen, you need to watch what you're saying to him because those words you're saying are hurtful, So his wife, because she kept running that mouth, wanting him to go handle something. Now my son is not here. They shot my son in the head because of a woman, right? This is what we're having right now. RH. They're not physically trying to take his life, but they're trying to take his career with their mouth. See, I told y'all one time before, the devil comes to steal, kill, and destroy. If he's gonna try to destroy your character. And this is what they're trying to do. They're trying to destroy his character. They're trying to destroy his brand. They're trying to do all of that. We got Jean Bean done fantasize. She don't fantasize a whole relationship with him. She don't fantasize a whole relationship. He did me wrong. He did this to me. He did that to me. She done got it all fantasized, right? In her mind. You remember the live that she did? She said, I'm coming back with so many people that's going to come, men that's going to come and talk about him. You got to look at the ex, how she set him up. These are women of low calibers, right? Low vibrations, right? They need to be sitting time out. We need to put those women in time out and don't let them out because they're not well. They're not well until they see some kind of help. They don't need to come out of time out and don't come out yet. This woman done fantasized a whole relationship with this man. She done sent one guy to the prison, her ex. She ain't thought nothing about it. She's still sitting over here talking about she living her soft life. These are the type of women that will set men up. That will set men up and then sit back like they haven't done nothing. Like they have nothing. That my hands are clean. They feel like they done God's work when they do stuff like this. That man now is got a 14-year bid for a woman that called the authorities. And some allegedly told me that she the one put the bruises on herself so she can get the man set up and send back to prison. And then sit back here, I'm living my soft life. Y'all wish y'all could live like this. Look at all the money that my brother got. Look at all the money we got. Money ain't everything when you don't got your mind. Money ain't everything when you can't even do your hair. You put the headband on your head because you want to hide all that gray. We done seen pictures before you even put the headband on with all that gray up there. Very pitiful. Very pitiful. Money ain't everything. When you can't function, you got to look at her lips. They cracking. The woman lips are cracking. That let me know she's not doing self-care. But you living your soft life. Y'all got all the money in the world, right? The Bible said that money is the root of all evil, the love of money. When you're out here flashing, when you're out here telling everybody that y'all got it going on, remember there's somebody in the world that don't have it going on. And they looking at all that you're flashing there. And they'll pick up a gang of people and head your way. Sometimes they can take pictures of your house and that will show the location where you at. Some people got it like that. So you got to be careful. Let me see what y'all saying. Left speaks heard. Yeah, money ain't everything. That's it, Emma. Money ain't everything. So this is what we got going on. Then we got Melissa over here. She said, I'm going to link in with Bree. Look how she did Terry. These women need to be put in time out. These women need to be put in time out. You see how she took all that man's money. She tried to destroy the man's brand. Same thing that we got with the ex-wife. They out to do damage. They saying we innocent, but behind closed doors, right? Behind closed doors, they doing damage. We got the ex-wife, never did no skits with nobody. Never have we seen her do a skit. Now all of a sudden she doing skits. And look who she doing skits with. Two birds of a feather flocks together. Two birds of a feather flocks together. This is personal. This is why I said put me in. Because I know this type of woman. I know these type of women. I have seen it. I have seen it with my son's ex-wife. I've seen this. I've seen how low they can get. I've seen how conniving they can be. I can see how messy they was. He's no longer here, but I'm going to tell his story. I'm going to tell his story. Every time I get an opening, I'm going to let the world know how a woman can set men up. Women do it all the time. Look how the ex-wife tried to set her husband up. Y'all seen on Mara Live, right? Y'all remember on the Mara Live where the woman said, hey, I got a Tesla like him. I be riding in here to Atlanta all the time. Let me know where he at. I'll go up to him and I'll slap him in mid-season. Y'all remember that? Do y'all remember? She saw so many times that she's gonna try to set this man up. She tried to get her ex. She tried to get her ex and him to fight. These are low caliber women, low vibration, right? That's all they know. They might look pretty on the outside, but inside is ugly. Inside is dangerous. These women need to be put somewhere so they can get psychiatric help. Because we see mental running around here. That's what we're seeing and displaying here on Facebook and displaying here on YouTube. Now, homegirls, I'm going to TikTok. I'm going to YouTube. Who in the world sits up in their house with a fur coat on and some sunglasses? Come on. This right here is a call out for help. This right here is a call out for help. Nobody you're going to find in their house sitting up there. The wife, she tried to join teams with her. The wife don't want on no team because she see it. You won't even loyal to her ex. You're not going to be loyal to her. She thought that if she go ahead on and tear up Mr. Robert and his family, right, and Kevin wives and Miss Season, that Brianna will accept her as a B. She ain't thought no more of this woman. Because guess what? She seen her behavior being displayed here with her husband. If you can turn on him and you said God sent you, that's what I was telling y'all the other day. She said, God sent me on assignment to help Robert Hampton. God sent me. I wonder what voice did she hear? Because ain't no way God gonna tell you to go help and be a help to somebody and then tell you to turn around and destroy the same person that he said go help. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. I'm thinking that this woman sat here and saw a hot topic. She saw that RH and Brianna was divorcing. And she said, okay, I'm getting into this. But she loved money. She loved money. So to keep her money train going, she tried to jump in and connect with him, right? She thought out of this, standing up for him, that she would get a relationship. No, it didn't work in her favor. It did not work in her favor because he saw her. He done had experience. That's what she didn't realize. He done had experience with his ex. He done seen that same spirit that's in you was in her. And nope. He saw that. That man said, oh no, I'll do a skit with you. But that's it. Y'all seen the text thread where he told her we didn't talk but a couple of times. And we did one skit at Walmart. That means it wasn't even a professional skit. He ain't even put all his time in with her. He did a Walmart skit with her and got $1,000 from her. She hollered now later on. He took my money. He scammed me out of $1,000. This whole family ain't nothing but a bunch of rogues. But you a 3-time felon, honey. You a 3-time felon. How can you talk about RH and his family when you a 3-time felon? And you don't even have custody of your child. Allegedly, it was told you don't even have custody of your child. You lost your child. I can imagine you probably lost the child because of the drug activity, because of the relationship that you had with your ex, right? You try to make yourself out of being a high-minded person, so professional, and yet you still living a degrading life. You with a drug dealer, whole drug dealer, sweetheart. That's all y'all do. Y'all sit there and vacuum pack your drugs and you sell them. I can't see how. You didn't even get a charge. You better be thankful that man went on and took that charge, because he could have turned around and turned some stuff on you. Now that's loyalty. He was loyal to you because he could have flipped the script and say she was in with me too. We both was doing this together. Right. He could have done that, but he was loyal to you, honey. Yeah, he was loyal to you. But yet you sit here, don't even know what's going to happen when this man come out. No, because I'm pretty sure when he touched ground, and all his money ain't in place, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem. We pulled up your record, honey. You got so many foreclosures. But yet you say, I'm living my soft life. I got it going on. All these foreclosures you got on your record, sweetheart, it's not a good look. This don't look like a soft life to me. But we see your brother, he's counting, he's big balling. We see that. This must run in y'all family or something. This must be, this a stigma that runs in y'all family. Y'all not used to having money or something, because your brother sitting there in the car with a whole stack. It must be something that runs in y'all family that y'all just can't keep y'all mouth closed. It must be something that runs in y'all family that all of y'all got to brag on this and brag on that. It got to be something going on in your family, right? That you gotta be seen. You gotta be heard, right? It's got to be something, because if I had it like that, I ain't gonna. You think I'm gonna come up here on Facebook and show it? You think I'm gonna come up on YouTube and show it? Because, like I said, I'm thinking in the back of my mind that across the street may not got it like I got it. So you be looking for somebody way out to rob you. It be the ones across the street, ones around you. Ones that can get to you. Those be the ones. So y'all better be careful. You and your brother. That's the message. That's the message that you should be sending to your brother. Bruh, hey, take that off Facebook, bruh. But no, not y'all. Y'all whole family is delusional. Something is wrong there. It's something missing. Right? It's something missing. And I've noticed that your daughter is not like that. She very quiet and humble. We ain't never seen her move like you move. So it's got to be something with y'all. Right? God forbid anything to happen to you. And if you is pregnant, honey, this baby is going to come out with all kind of problems because of what you're doing. You said your doctor said your anxiety level is way up. Look what you're doing, sweetheart. You 46 years old. You ain't no young chick, honey. You 46 years old. And if you are pregnant, right? If you are pregnant, then that's the result that we're seeing of your pressure being high, because you can't keep your mouth closed. You ain't got no motion. They're on Facebook. Your numbers ain't numbering no more. Unless you're talking about RH. You still got this man in your post. You still got his name tag in your post. You know why, sweetheart? Because your numbers ain't numbered. You already know, honey. He got it going on. You said, bring your brother, right? You said you got a brother challenge, right? Bring your brother, and here's your brother. But see, if we use your brother name, ain't gonna be no motion. If we use RH name, honey, that's when you see. You said you did a poll. You said you did some Q&A, and you did a poll, and now you see, that is all about Robert Hampton. If you're not carrying the Robert Hampton brand, then honey, your numbers ain't numbering. So now, well, like I said, dysfunctional, this woman mind, right? She walking around in a fog. She walking around in a fog because she know she done messed up. You know, they had a thing on the first 48 where the man used to come on there, the detective would say, you know, you done messed up now, right? You know you can't go back to RH and beg him pardon so you can come back in and he'll accept you in. That's it. You don't talk that. That's it. When you riding there, the Hercules is right. Y'all go ahead and hit the like button and share. Come on, hit the like button and share if you like the content. Please. So now she knows she can't go back to RH, and Brianna ain't accepting her. You didn't make the cut. You didn't make the team over there. So she's not accepting you. You even throwing low dags at her in some of your posts. You mad because she won't accept you. You thought, if I tear him down, if I tear down Latoya, if I tear down Kevin, if I tear down these people, that now I can go over here on the white side, right? But she said, no, ma'am. Hey, protect your peace. How you doing? Hey, Cheryl Phillips. How y'all doing? She said, we ain't taking you over here. We see how you rocking. We see how you dysfunctional. We see the deranged part of you. We see it. We see you spinning out of control. We see you ain't got no gas. because that's what you were saying on Facebook. You got to have some gas. If you're running low, you got to have some faith. You want to bring God in your stuff now, right? Your soul, your mind. Your mind is everywhere, honey. You want to talk about the Lord. You want to talk about RH. You want to talk about Miss Season. You want to talk about Latoya. You don't know which way to go. You don't know what's going to bring you some content now. Yes. So now you said, okay, I'm just going to refrain back to RH. Let me go back and dig in him some more so I can get my numbers up. Because, honey, them numbers ain't numbering unless you bring it up Robert Hampton. Unless you bring it up the truth. They ain't numbering, sweetheart. We need to sit them in the corner. This is personal. We need to sit them in a corner and say, it ain't time for you to come out. No. No, because if you come out, you might destroy something. Because you're armed and dangerous. You may not be armed and dangerous with a weapon, but your mouth. And then at this point of the season, at this point in the saga, sweetheart, even the things you're saying about him is repetitive. Is repetitive over and over. People done heard it. We done heard it, honey. Come with another storyline, sweetheart. You done giving out of gas now, sweetie. Your gas tank is low, right? We done heard all that you're saying over and over again. Go somewhere, honey. It don't look good. Sit your behind down in a chair and talk to somebody because, honey, you got a fog in your head. Your part of you saying, hey, I can't get my hair done unless I got one particular person to do my hair. Why not you doing your hair? You used to have Baby Tycoon doing your hair. What about that, girl? We know you sitting there struggling. We know you're depressed because, honey, ain't nowhere in the world you even looking like you're 50. You, honey, it's not good. You're not even doing your self-care, no sweetheart, no more. What we're looking at, you're spiraling out of control. And you're crying out for help in your own family. Your own ones around you is overlooking that. But we can see it. We see what's happening, right? We see what's happening. Everything that happens to you, you want to blame RH. Same thing that the wife did. Same thing that the wife did. Somebody asked Miss Lamb Chop, Melissa, where Chico Lord at? What that person that you thought that you could leave Terry and tear up his brand, right? And you can put him on and build him up. Where he at? See, this is the kind of stuff that we're dealing with. We're dealing with women that if I don't get my way, I'm going to tear you back down. We're going to see later on. We're going to see Melissa digging in Chico Lord after a while. Now you're watching see. Why? Because she thought that this man, way younger than you, was going to have a relationship with you. You became the enemy of the family when they can't use you. That jealous and envious spirit usually on one. That's it. She became an enemy. She was never loyal. Any two times that you say, I'm loyal to you, and you switch up so easy just like that, you was never loyal. You was always looking about how can I, if the saga over. Because y'all got to see now, when that Valentine kiss came around, she flipped right then. But she was flipping a little bit along the way when she was talking about forgiving Humpty Dumpty Joffrey. When she was talking about forgiving him, I said, what's she putting on here about forgiving him? Y'all, we got to sometimes forgive people, and I want to come on here publicly and ask Joffrey to forgive me. I said, something is going on. I noticed then there was something changing in her. But the Valentine kiss, it was over then. It was over. She had, thank you, Hercules. Thank you so much. She had to make her debut. She had done thought about what she was going to do because, again, she was never loyal to RH. She was never loyal to him. She just wanted to get them numbers up. She seen how RH just squirk a million. Then she seen how Kevin just squirk a million and how LaToya just had 95K. Just all they numbers was numbering. And hers wasn't. So she had to think of a way, right? After this thing happened at the court, she was mad about that. Y'all see the video she just put on there? Because I get shown, I be seeing, people send me stuff because she got me blocked over there. Y'all seen the video when she came up there and she was talking about the courthouse and how she had to pay for a hotel and blah, blah, this and blah, blah, that. Listen, honey, you inserted yourself into something that you shouldn't have inserted yourself in. You can't blame Melissa. You remember Terry, the comedian? Do y'all remember Terry, the comedian? So Melissa was Terry's wife. And she would always be on set with Terry. So that's Melissa. We're going to talk about her. We're going to get it in with her because these are some conniving women, right? They saying, hey, leave this alone. Go ahead and move on. We trying to move on. We want to move on. Do you think we want to sit here and talk about this from decades on? No. But one thing, I vow because of my son incident. We saw this. I saw this happening firsthand, how women can be so conniving and how women can be so messy that it can cause a person to get really hurt. It can cause a person to lose their life because they are unhinged. Yeah. So we saw how she was trying to make things right with Jaffe because she was getting ready to make her debut. When that kiss happened and when that court situation came around where, hers didn't turn out like LaToya's, she really wanted TM. She really wanted TM charged. She really wanted that. She wanted that victory. She wanted to come back and say, hey, y'all, God is good, like she did with LaToya. You remember when LaToya won her case and how she came on Facebook? LaToya ain't even come yet. It was Big Gene Bean, big old catfish mouth. It was the catfish. She the one came with the lie. Hey, y'all, God is good. Look at God favor LaToya. She won her case. I knew that when she walked in that the favor of God was on her. That's what she said. When LaToya won that case, that's what she said. So she thought that her outcome was gonna be like LaToya's. That's what she thought. I'm gonna get victory too, right? I can imagine she done had her little victory speech because she loved the limelight. She loved to be in the limelight because really she want to make a movie out of this daggone saga. That's what she really want to do, right? That's why she going to Tasha K and all these different places where she can get her a movie star because she really thinks she's a movie star. That's what she deep down think, right? So listen, y'all. Homegirl came back at the court and them people was digging in her. How yours turn out? Or yours, they already knew that she didn't get the victory. She was just making up, well, the favor of God. I'm going to say this right here. The favor of God was on TM. You can't stop the favor when it's on a person, right? She just was a sore loser. She thought that she was going to come out that courtroom with that victory speech. She already had that thing planned out. Oh, I had a dream that I was going to come out victorious. I could imagine what that victory speech was. I could imagine. Because she already done went hard for Toya when Toya won. So she hadn't had hers ready. But when that picture, when she showed that picture in that courtroom, honey, homegirl was pissed off. She was mad ever since. She was mad because of that one picture. She didn't get the victory that LaToya got. So now she pissed off because she said, I don't waste my money coming down here. Y'all, the hotel, that I got, right? My daughter had got. It wasn't good enough. That hotel wasn't good enough because y'all know I got to live in high end. I got to live in high end, still bragging, right? So don't come back on here on your Facebook Live, right? Don't come back. Oh, I had to spend. You want to live high end? Don't worry about your money because that you want to live a high end life. You King James, sweetheart. Yeah, yeah. You got motion, sweetie. Yeah, you live in $1 million houses, honey. Don't come back complaining about the money you had to spend to go down there because you inserted yourself in something and you thought it was gonna turn out like Toya's did. You didn't get it. Let me see what her in California to be scratched. Law, you done. Hello. So listen, homegirl didn't get that victory. That pissed her off. That pissed her off. She done said in her mind, I gotta see how I can get them. Cause I didn't get the victory. She was already jealous. Y'all got to look at this thing. Homegirl was jealous of the Robert Hampton and his family. She was jealous. She was a snake all the while. She was a snake with a catfish mouth. That's what she was. The whole while she was a snake. The whole saga, I see how she was moving. I said something wrong with this woman. I said something wrong with her. Something is definitely wrong. You want to take your money, person you don't even know, and you say, I'm going to do a skit with him. I want to smell that beard cologne. I want to smell that beard oil. I'm going to do a whole skit. I'm going to give him $1,000, honey. It didn't stop there. That homegirl was offering money like it was water to RH. And she was offering money. I said, God knows why she offering this much money. $5,000. She wanted him to take. He said, nah, I don't want that. And then he started warning his sister. Like, these people here ask you for some money. Don't take it. Don't take it. Because homegirl done start offering him money. Honey, her girl was trying to buy the shrimp. That girl wanted some shrimp burgers. She wanted some shrimp lo mein. That's what she wanted. But I already said, no, you can't have the shrimp. Not even for $5,000. No. She's like, I want the beard or I want to smell it. Snake in the grass. Exactly. That's what she was, a snake in the grass with a catfish mouth. Don't leave out the catfish mouth, because that mouth is huge. Homegirl didn't win her case. She was pissed at the family right there. She had to think of a way that she can dig into them because her outcome wasn't victorious. And when she saw him kiss, Miss Season came with that belly. She thought Miss Season was marking her. That's why I said that mind. Boy, a mind is a terrible thing to waste. A mind like hers, no, honey. 3-time felon, no. RH probably, somebody probably don't school him, let him know what type of woman he dealing with. When that girl had on that red dress, y'all know Johnny Gill. I sung y'all to Johnny Gill yesterday. When Johnny Gill came out, she said, my. And then she went ahead and put on her story twins. Oh, she didn't like that. She picking at me. And look at her, she kissing him. When he grabbed her booty, oh, I bet she probably was pissed off. She was highly pissed because now we see Q&As. We see Q&As now all over Facebook. Just a Q&A party we got going on. Hey, y'all, what y'all think of a woman kissing a man that's still married? What y'all think about that? Hey, y'all, what y'all think about a woman that asks a woman for money when she got a husband living at home with her? Hey, y'all, listen, girl. Hey, y'all, is what I need to be telling. Y'all need to put her in timeout. Y'all need to put her in timeout. Y'all need to put these women that's low caliber until they get healed. See, because they still dealing with trauma. And it's displaying. It's displaying here on Facebook. It's displaying here on YouTube, right? But everybody, when you start talking about one, you can talk about Gene. They don't care about you talking about Gene Bean. They really don't care about you talking about Melissa. But when you talk about and mention the name Brianna, it gets under their skin. Them snakes start coming to you and crawling, coming out. I had them all in my inbox. Now, what Brianna had to do with that? What Brianna the one started this whole saga. Miss me with that. Don't start gaslighting me because your girl is foul. Don't start gaslighting me because your girl came here with a big old lie, right? And then after she told the lie, she want to go in and cover her face like she ain't done nothing. Don't come trying to get in my comments because your girl still want her husband right here today. Alleged, I ain't saying allegedly, cause hey, she do. She still have feelings for him. Y'all see that phone call when RH made when she copy scratched that his when he was laying up in the hospital room. Y'all hear how she said, "Hello, what can I do for you, Robert?" Y'all remember them phone calls was before? What do you want? What do you want? Y'all remember them phone calls when he was calling her? He was like, "What are you mad about? What's going on? What's going on now?" Did y'all hear that phone call? What can I do for you, Robert? Homegirl still got some feelings. I don't care what nobody say. She still got some feelings for him. And quite naturally, she been with him 6 years. So I can get that. But don't sit here and tell these people, I hate him. I done blocked him here. I done blocked him there. But he can call you anytime. Just a bunch of lying women. A bunch of conniving, lying women that will never have a good man in their life. If they get one, he ain't gonna stay long. After he find out who you really are, he gonna stay with you. He ain't gonna put his hat on your table or his shoes under your feet, under your table. He not gonna stay there. After he find out, now they may come, some may come just play with you, hit it and run. But after a while, guess what? They're gonna bye-bye. No. And then you're gonna wonder why. Why can't I have a decent man in my life? Why do I continue to have breakups after breakups after breakups? Why do I continue to have failed marriages? Because you got to look at Gene Bean. Gene Bean been married, what, twice, right? One was a pastor. A darn gone pastor couldn't live with him. My God. A whole pastor couldn't live there. A pastor of a church couldn't live with her. He left her. He was out. A man of God was out. And guess what? She claimed he beat her too. Same thing we dealing with RH. Same thing. She claimed he beat her too. She said the pastor beat her. That's why she out of that marriage. Because he was abusive too. Why everybody that you get in a relationship is abusive? Just tell me that. We see your character, sweetheart. We see your character here on Facebook. We see how you can get down with the get down, right? We see how you can provoke people, right? So I can imagine living in the same house you living in, that them pastors or whoever get involved with you is like, no. You even said one time on your live, if RH did slap her, I can see why. Because see, she got the same mouth you got. Y'all got the same energy. But guess what? She don't want to entwine with you because she see the cray-cray in you. See, cray-cray and cray-cray is not going to be a good match, right? Melissa a little cray, but Bree is a cray-cray. And then we got cray-cray with homegirl here, Gene Bean. So no, that wouldn't have been a match. That wouldn't have been a match. So here we got. I'm going to close my story, but I want to say this to you. Y'all know I'm going to leave with a positive note. My positive note is this right here. If you're in a relationship, women, and it don't work, go on, leave the relationship. But don't try to destroy somebody because you can't have what you want. I want to say, y'all, please continue to keep RH lifted. Keep Calvin lifted, because we see how Callie trying to do Calvin, trying to say the man gay and the man got 2 wives. And look at all them children. Look at all them children he got. We can clearly see that the man is not gay. Right? And I want us to start going hard for Kevin, just like we did for RH, because he needs that. He needs that support. He needs that support as well. Because let me tell you something. These are 2 men, right? These are 2 educated men, 2 powerful men, right? They both are. They both have went through the cancer scare. Well, Kevin just took out his to prevent everything. He had a bunch of ulcers and stuff like that, and kidney stones or whatever he had. He just took his stomach out to prevent cancer. But we know RH had cancer. They even lie and say he ain't got it. He never had it. We done seen videos of him having the doctor saying that the man had cancer. Like, we just got a bunch of lying women that want something that they can't have. When that man walked out of Brianna's life, he said, I can't come back to that. Now, what is he telling her? I can't go back to the way you are until you get counseling, until you get healed from your past trauma. I can't come back to that, because he got to realize that his life was on the line. Stress, worration, and frustration could have brought that cancer back. So he couldn't go back to her. I imagine it was hard for him to leave her and those children, right? I can imagine that, because he still had love for her, even though he made a choice to stand up for his health, to stand up for himself, right? Because he was thinking, I got better. I know there's better out here for me, right? These women need to get somewhere and sit down and talk to someone. Deal with those past traumas, because you ain't gonna never have nobody. You're gonna always be alone. You will always sit on Jean Bean, 46 years old, claims she's pregnant. We don't see no man nowhere. Again, like I said, because of their character, a man is not gonna go in there and have a seat and say, this is my home. No. God made the man the head, and we the women supposed to be the helpmeet, right? We can't be the woman and the man in the relationship or in the marriage. We got to let him lead, because that's the abilities that God have given him. It was passed down to him. It was law. But we got women that want to be the woman and the man. They talk down to the man. That take away his manhood by degrading him, by hitting below the belt, and then we expect for him to stay with us. We expect for him to be there with us through all that bipolarness, right? We expect for him to take it. He don't have to. That's why you see good men running away. Us black women, we see good men running to white women. And I'm not trying to bring a race thing on here. I just want the eyes up. My platform is always going to be a platform that's going to bring awareness, and it's going to bring, enlightenment. Because I want people's eyes to be open. I'm going to always leave a message that's going to cause you to be enlightened, to let you see. Because let me tell you something. I know that Jean Bean been watching my lives, and I want her to, because I want her to be enlightened. It's nothing wrong with you going to sit down and talk to somebody. Because if your life has always been living in mess, living and having those bipolar spirits, living, because I've seen it. Your daughter was on live with you and how you snapped at your daughter. That's that bipolarness. Sit down, get somewhere and heal. Brianna, get somewhere and heal. Melissa, get somewhere and heal. Because if not, ain't nobody coming in there. I'm gonna give you the truth. Let me see what Hercules is singing. Awesome commentary and content. You just stay. Exactly what I want to say. Thank you for your breakdown. Oh, I appreciate you, Hercules. You always come to show me love. I do appreciate you coming on here. I appreciate Emma coming on here. I appreciate all you guys that's coming in. I thank you. I ask you to become a member, a monthly member to my channel. Share my content, like it. Um, because I'm gonna always go come and bring you the truth. Sometimes what I say may get up under your skin, but I'm gonna bring you the truth. So if we got any Brianna fans or we got any Gene Bean fans on here, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna bring you the truth. And if I'm talking about your famous uh, people that you're following or whatever, I'm sorry. I'm gonna break it down and let you know, hey, this is the type of spirit that we see out here being displayed. And we cannot no longer say, I accept this. Like, I'm not gonna join your women's team. Look at Hercules. Thank you, Hercules, for the supers. He always support only for you. He or she, Hercules. Let me know if you're a woman or man. Because I want to continue to shout you out. Hercules has sponsored this live because he has been on here or she has been on here turning up for your girl. I appreciate that. I want all you guys to show your girl some love. Y'all see my Cash App up here. Send me a super sticker or just become a member at a low price of I think it's $3.99 a month. Become a member to my channel because again, I'm gonna always bring you some good right now. Thank you, Hercules. I appreciate that. But I'm gonna go ahead on and leave here because I got other things to do. Because again, y'all know I do teach my prophetic class, so I'll be doing that and trying to do this as well. Um, but again, I want to tell these women just go sit down. I mean, give it up. Gene Bean, if you're watching, give it up. Leave this family alone. Just leave this family alone. I mean, you didn't get what you got. You got blessed. You monetize. They're on Facebook. Take your blessing and run with it, right? And don't look back. Get on another topic. Go on another. There's a lot of hot topics out here that you can get on. Leave this family alone. Let them heal in peace. We see RH has got his girls and his granddaughter and stuff like that. Just leave these people alone. Kevin needs to take. Kevin needs to live his life with peace. He got two. He got his child that's going through medical issues or whatever. Let's pray for them. Let's pray for this family. And Callie, if you're watching, if anybody can send this live to Callie, just share the live. I'm pretty sure he'll get it. Leave this family alone. How you gonna go back from years and bring up something that didn't happen way back all them years? You're gonna bring it back up now. This is crazy. And Amara, you the one caused all this here. I just want to tell you that. You the one brought Callie into this mess and got this thing started. That's why you don't have your husband now. You reaping that. Now you really don't got no place to stay. You over there gambling, running a gambling shack as your lives right now. All these people sewing in, trying to get you somewhere to move. Girl, it don't look good out here in these streets. Y'all be blessed. I'm gonna be back on here tomorrow. I appreciate all you guys coming on. Y'all have a wonderful and blessed day. And remember, keep your head up. Keep your head up out here.